everybody, it's Luke with Figure Me Out. Today we've got the Grandmaster and Korg 2-pack from Thor Ragnarok. Taking a look at the packaging, here's the front. On the side we've got a nice picture of Korg, really good looking there. On the other side we have a picture of the Grandmaster himself, Jeff Goldblum, looks awesome. On the top we have the Marvel logo, on the bottom we've got some words, and then on the back we've got this nice poster from Thor Ragnarok. We've got a read-up on Korg. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and pause it. And a read-up on Grandmaster, same thing. And that all looks really, really cool. Love that poster. It's awesome. So let's go ahead and take these guys out and take them over to the light box for a closer look. Taking a look at the accessories first, and we've got this little smashy stick for Korg. Some kind of a mace, I guess is what you call this. Mine was a little bit bent out of the package, but nothing that a little hot water won't fix. It is a very flexible plastic, so and that looks pretty good. A couple different paints on there. Got the gold at the base and then the silver at the top, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks like it did in the movie. The other accessory that we get is the melty stick. I don't know if they actually have a name for this thing, but that one that he poked his cousin with and it melted him, and that looks really good. Looks just like it did in the movie. Got some paint on the tip there, very gold, very cool. So that's pretty nice. Like it a lot. Taking a look first at Grandmaster, and that is a really good face print, I think. Definitely looks like Jeff Goldblum from certain angles, the side, yeah, more so than the on, you know, straight on. Hair looks good. It's a separate piece, it looks like, with some dry brushing in there. Paint looks really good. Got the little chin strap there, whatever you call that. This could probably use a little bit of a dry brushing. I think I saw where somebody did a little bit of a gold on that, and that looks really good, made it pop awesomely. But for what it is, it's fine. There's a little button here that holds it in on the inside. You get more of the same. So, looks good. His nails are painted, so that's kind of fun. The two arms are separate. This one's got a double, and this one's got a single, so that's interesting. Something we don't see a whole lot of. But the cloak is painted pretty good, you know. I mean, like I said, the gold on the back with blue on the inside. It looks good for what it is. And then the toenails are painted as well with those crazy looking sandals. So pretty much all unique sculpt. So I know they're reusing this for the SDCC release, but this looks pretty good for what it is. So that's awesome. Looking at Korg, however, and Korg is just awesome. I'm a sucker for the big guys, and this dude is just good. Just really good. Look at that face. He's just so happy to be here. Me and Meek try to start a revolution. Not many people showed up. Yeah, just awesome. He's got some paint on him, or some blood maybe. I don't know what that is. Got more paint down here on this. Little red splotches. I don't know if that's supposed to be blood or if that's just supposed to be like a war paint like Thor had on. But either way, it looks great. The sculpt is all unique to this. None of this is reused. You can see on his hands he's even got 3 fingers and a thumb instead of 4, which is interesting. And it's like that on both hands, and it's like that on the feet. Let me turn it around here. And on the feet, you can see the same thing. Only 4 toes, so that's fun. Yeah, those are painted really good. These little leg straps. They definitely look like a brass kind of material. Buckles could have been painted, but it is what it is. Not too terrible. I'm just happy to have all new sculpt on this guy and have him look so good. He looks awesome. He looks just like he did from the movie. So let's go ahead and take these guys out of the light box and we'll talk about some articulation. So talking about articulation, let's go over Grandmaster first because he's a little bit easier on that. So he can look up pretty good. He can look down also very good. Bury that chin all the way in the chest. You do get a weird gapping whenever you do that. And I'm going to go ahead and take his cloak off here because you can do that. So there he is without the robe. You can just set that to the side for now. But as you can see, it looks down really good, looks up really good. But there is kind of that weird, you know, head on a stick kind of syndrome. You do get some pivot on there though, and with the collar and the coat, it's not really as noticeable. You do get rotation as well. At the shoulders, they go out, and they're both different, so we'll go over both sides. They go out this far, respectively. They both have a full rotation. This one does not have a bicep swivel. This one does, so that's good. Got a double jointed over here and a wrist that goes down, up, and swivels around. And then on this side, no bicep, single elbow goes into there. Only goes in not quite to 90. And then the hands hinge up, they hinge down. They're a little bit inhibited by the rope there, or side to side rather. and then you can get a full rotation out of them as well. Taking a look at the chest articulation, he can move forward pretty good, but you do get some gapping back there. You can actually see that's a ball on top of a peg there. I'm not going to break that by pulling it apart, but you can definitely see that weird gapping. It looks a lot better with the robe on. You can't notice it as much. Doesn't get back very far at all though. But you do get a crazy amount of pivot in there, crazy amount of tilt. So, but again, you do get that weird gapping. So, like I said, again, looks a lot better when you have the robe on, but you do get a lot of range with it too. So that's kind of cool. No waist rotation, but there is rotation at the top of that ball there. Hips go out pretty far. This guy can do Jean-Claude Van Damme just about. Kicks forward right at 90. Kicks back, not really so much at all. Upper thigh swivel, got a double jointed knee, comes in pretty good. And then the ankles are pivoted to go down, up, and there is a crazy ankle rocker pivot. There's also a rotation at the bottom of the ankle, which is kind of odd. It's kind of non-standard on these. Korg, he's a little bit more standard. Once we take this out, he's got a head. He looks up, kind of. He looks down a lot better. He's a big guy, so that's all right. We got left and right. We got a little bit of pivot. Little bit of pivot there. At the arms, they go out right about there. This one's kind of held up a little bit by that shoulder pad, but this one's also held up by the sculpt of the rock there. So they go out about meow far. They both have a bicep swivel. They both have a double jointed elbow. Mine was really stuck whenever I got out of the package at the base of this one here. But once I got it out and got it in some hot water, it's fine. The wrists, they both swivel around all the way. This one is hinged to go down and up, which is nice, whereas this one goes side to side, which is also nice because you can get him in a unique kind of position. Anyway, crunches forward just a little bit, crunches back a little bit more, goes side to side as well. Get a little bit on that, so that's cool. And there's rotation at the top there. There is a waist rotation. Got the legs that come out that far. They don't kick too far forward because they're inhibited by this. If you shift this around, which you can kind of do a little bit, you can kind of kick it out to the side and pull it in, and it kicks a little bit further forward. Upper thigh swivel, we got a double jointed knee, comes in pretty good. And then at the foot, it has hinge to go down and up just a tad. And then there is a crazy ankle rocker pivot. For a size comparison, here they are next to a few other figures from Thor Ragnarok. We've got Executioner there, or Scourge on the right, and then Hulk on the left. And I think they scale pretty well. Hulk is the biggest, that makes sense. The two human characters or human-esque characters are you know, fairly in scale. And then Korg is a little bit bigger than both of those, but not quite as big as Hulk. So I think that works. Here they are next to a couple of other figures. We've got Loki there on the left, and then we've got New Doug on the right, Thor on the right. And I think they all scale pretty well together. You know, Thor's obviously a little bit bigger than the rest of them, and Grandmaster and Loki were about the same size, so that works. For another size comparison, here he is next to the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends comic thing, and just another rock monster guy. And I think they scale pretty well together. You can tell one's definitely more comic and one's more movie. But I think they look good together still. Finally, across a couple different lines, we've got the Mezco 1/12 Iron Man and the McFarlane Fortnite Skull Trooper, and looks pretty good. So that's it. That's the Marvel Legends Korg and Grandmaster 2-pack. I gotta say, I like this pack a lot. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of weird articulation going on with Grandmaster. Korg's pretty standard for what he is, but he's, you know, good as far as that is. And the sculpt, awesome on both of these. I really think that they benefit from the face printing on the Goldblum there. Definitely looks like him at some angles more than others, but overall, you know, pretty good. But anyways, what do you guys think? Hit like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Check me out over on Instagram, Luke_figuremeout at Instagram.com. Check out some of my other videos, and if you do, great, we'll see you then. But in the meantime, happy collecting.